Hello there, my name is Uni, and welcome back to my 1.19 Let's Play series. And boy, do I have a good episode for you, because now it is officially Minecraft 1.19. Yeah, the update came out, and everything is pretty much ready to be used properly. And I am sitting here over by my little storage place that I made. I still have to complete it, because I have been out of commission for a little while. I got that little virus that's been, going around for about 2 years now. And it lasted a couple weeks, and I actually got quite a few of the symptoms, but didn't lose my sense of taste. That's all I care about, really. And I did not end up in the hospital because this little ice cream cone has about 3 little little jabs in them, as I call them. But yeah, anyways. This is the episode where we catch up and we get started on a huge project that I want to do all the way from here to over there by the ski lift. We have all this area to build an entire alpine forest. Now I'm going to be using a tree design by Good Times with Scar, so I won't actually be making any tutorial on how to build this tree, but later in the video you'll probably see how I do it. But I'm mostly going to time-lapse it, or at least whatever I can get. And then afterwards, we have a special little surprise going all the way through here and over to there, because I need to build more stuff, and I can't just build trees all in one video. I got to do more stuff like that. But we have our little ski lodges here, and we're going to be, expanding off of what we have with these two little guys. There's got to be more, stuff around here. It can't just be 2 lodges and nothing else. And we need a way to get people up to the ski lodge. So we'll be doing that here in just a moment. But for now, we're going to hop on over to a nice little time lapse of all the little trees that we're going to be building. After that nice little short time lapse, I will have a few more blocks here to create one last tree. And I don't quite want to pan around yet because I want it to be a surprise, but I have gone a lot farther than just that time lapse with all these trees. Now, I know I said that this was Good Times with Scar's tree design. I'm not going to explain how I'm doing this, but I will try to find the video in which I learned how to make these trees. And you can go ahead and check those out in the description. Hopefully I will remember to do that, because I don't know if I will. But regardless, here we are making the tree. And another thing that I know a lot of people will probably ask, if you see some of the, weird little jitters in the video, why don't you have Optifine? And well, it's because it hasn't come out yet for 1.19. And why not sodium? Well, I tried it. And unfortunately, if I want to do my time lapses, I usually open up my world to LAN and play on a different computer, because the one I'm currently on does not want to play 2 versions or 2 games of Minecraft at the same time while recording. It kind of almost burns my PC up. So instead, I am being patient. I am waiting for Optifine. And for now, I have to just kind of lower my render settings and just hope that we don't have, quality loss issues. But for now, it should be okay. And eventually, I'll be back with my Optifine. In the meantime, though, I do have the Vanilla Tweaks resource pack. And I've changed a lot of things. You might notice them as I go along and walk around my world and stuff. But for now, we have our tree complete. So let's actually go up the hill and get a nice, good, big old view of it with the elytra. So here we are up on top of the mountain with the ski lift. And as promised, I actually did come over here and fix the little ski operating lift here. So now the rails are going over top of the glass. I have all the supports in properly now. And just for you guys, you can kind of see it there in the distance. Let's put on our elytra and have a nice little flight. Hopefully we don't get too many jitters. But let's go ahead and check it out. And here we are. Look at that. This is the Alpine Forest. And I might even actually extend it a little further along, off over in this direction, kind of towards that spot. Let's go up here real quick. We want to get a nice view of it from over here. There we go. Look at that. And you'll notice there's something over here. There's a big old looking kind of road thing. And that's exactly what that is, because I have laid out a path for us to build a bunch of cabins, houses, and little small town structures. And we have to come through here and actually turn this into concrete, because I haven't done that yet. I have been doing quite a few things over my little month break. Regardless of being sick, I have come on here and just grinded out, getting a bunch of materials, especially all the leaves and logs for all these trees and whatnot. But over here, we have a break in the road over the little creek. And so what I want to do with that is I want to build a nice little stone bridge over to here. So it'll be pretty nice. And I want to get started on that soon. But let's go ahead and get things put back together. I'm going to try to get that road completely watered up so it's no longer powder. And as well, I'm going to explain this in just a minute. Well, one of the cool things about my bed when I sleep in it at night is I get this great view now of all the trees that I've built and all the little structures that I've made so far. But as promised, I am going to explain exactly what I did in front of my ski lodge. And also, as you can tell, these have oxidized. They're not all completely oxidized, but it is finally looking like the way I wanted it to. And now it has that nice sort of eroded oxidization look. And everything finally is complete. But as you'll know from seeing earlier, I've created some new paths, some weird looking boulders, and these trees right in front of my lodges, as well as this stone path. And this isn't exactly a road, it's just a path for walking towards and into the buildings and whatnot. Still haven't actually come in here and done any work yet. I'm lazy with that, but one day I will do an interior design episode, so we won't have to worry too much about that. And these little stones here, or boulders, are what are called erratics, or glacial till. And the idea behind them is that back in the day when all the glaciers were here in this area, they left behind debris and boulders and things that either were just left there or rolled downhill after the ice had completely vanished and melted. And so what these are doing here is they are just acting as like a natural feature. Some of them probably have been here for a long time, and some of them may have rolled down the hill. But what I want to do is I want to come through here and build more within the trees itself. So I have all these little pieces here of like different slabs, different stairs, mostly andesite and stone, because I just want to have natural looking boulders. So I'm just going to go ahead and walk over here and pick a random spot and show you how I do this. Sometimes I dig into the side and I start with placing a bunch of solid blocks. And then I come in here with random pieces of andesite and stone. And we kind of just make it look as circular or as round as we possibly can. And let's go ahead and get a stone guy there. We'll fill this up here with a full block of some sort. And we're not going to be recording this the entire time. I'm going to go through here eventually off camera and just make a bunch of stones. But this is the general idea of what they look like. Now I also have to start putting in some of those stone stairs. But there we go. That's pretty much a basic little bit of it. I'm going to add a little extra there. And we'll build one more little guy here just to show you exactly how it goes. It's not too hard. It's pretty easy. You just kind of fill in space. You can do little tiny ones. You can do big ones. I did some variety over there, but that's it. And all it does is it just kind of, fills in the space between the trees. and it kind of adds some realistic backstory to the area. But now we got to go ahead and start laying out some little spots for a couple cabins because I want to get started on that. And I have some designs that I've been working on while I was sick, and they should fit perfectly right into here, as well as maybe even over here. And then once we have all the cabins in, we're going to fill in this area with some more stuff. It's going to be a big old place for us to have potentially even a parking lot for the ski lift itself, because where are people going to park if not in a lot? So yeah, we're going to go ahead and make an area as a foundation for both these little cabins that I'm going to be starting right now. And I got to go gather some materials, and that is going to take quite a long time. All right, I have gathered my materials and I have all the things I need. We've got quite a few birch logs, some oak, and smooth sandstone, which is specifically for this log cabin I want to build in a specific spot. But for a couple of things that have happened, it's been quite a few days since I last recorded. We have up here the completed and oxidized terminal for the lift. But what I actually did is I took the blocks from this one, put them up there, and took those blocks and put them down on this one. And the reasoning behind that is so when I'm working around here and building, I don't have to be all the way up there as well to load those chunks. So these ones will oxidize and those ones already have. So we're all done with that. And once these are done as well, the entire ski lift will finally be complete. But in other news, I did a live stream for the first time ever, and I built this little cabin here, this little guy. It's, I want to say, like a staff cabin for the people working up on the lift, you know. They can come here and warm up, have some cups of coffee or whatnot. And then I built this off stream and off video because I just wanted to work on a little A-frame concept and see how it went. It wasn't too bad. I've got some filling out to do for the interior, but that is the A-frame for now. I want to build another one of these, but a slight bit smaller than that one. It's good. I like it. It's got the same roof style as this one. If you watch the live stream, you'll have seen me working on this whole thing, checking out some cool little idea with these logs here on the side, as well as my chimney. I have the skeleton for the next cabin, and it is an oak, sandstone, and birch log kind of cabin. So I got the oak logs stripped here as the frame, and I'm going to be having lots of windows and lots of different like roofed portions, and a design for the floor I do not have yet, but I will work on that later. So for now, I don't think I'm going to be time-lapsing. I'm just going to build out all the roof stuff and all the wall stuff, and I will come back to you then. All right, and here we are about halfway through the building process. And I have, let's see, we got the roof kind of shaped out now. This is all based off of what I made on a single player world, by the way. So it's going to be just me following along my own little schematic. But we got all these nice little angles going everywhere, and I believe everything is shaped up properly. We have all of our sandstone blocks mostly in place at this point. I have a few left to put down, but by the end of this, we should be good. And I think I have all of my, what would you call it? All of my materials pretty much, like, you know, placed out correctly. I have the right amount, I believe. And I think right here I was supposed to put a straight line of these going across, so I'll just do that right now. I got nothing else going on. But one of the things I did actually change up from my original schematic is I have these cool little shingle looking things on the eaves, and it's just kind of drooping down. It's on both sides as well, but ironically this one is a full block, but then you come over here and on this side for some reason it's a half block. So these are all, if I were to just, you know, take that off, boom. Kind of weird, but I don't know how that happened. It just kind of did. You can also kind of see the the log structure underneath that side, and then over here it's different. But I don't know, it looks pretty nice. And only one side is stairs, the other side is all half slabs entirely. This place is going to look real nice once we're done, and I'll come back to you once we have pretty much the entire thing complete. With this last pane of glass, we have now completed the entire log cabin. And I must say, this is definitely one of my favorites that I have built so far in this little alpine village. But let's go ahead and do kind of an opposite sort of, tour of the place. We're going to do the interior first, and then we're going to do the exterior last. And so far, all I have is this nice little attic thing. I'm also looking for places to put torches and lanterns down now that the sun is setting. This could be a kitchen right here with a little area, and over here, probably the living room, I would assume. Going to put some furniture in there and whatnot. And then over here we have the upstairs, which would be the loft, as well as the porch looking out over everything we've made. Speaking of which, this stuff has already started to oxidize pretty fast. So that was convenient. I'm glad that we got that done. And then over here, we have a loft area above it, kind of like this is maybe the mezzanine, and then this is the actual second story. I do see a problem here. I didn't think about that. Let's see how this looks. Let's throw that across. It's all right. I'll take it. It's not like I got anything else. I don't really have any more sandstone blocks, and I like the transition this has here, going straight out there. So whatever, that works. I'll come back if I need to do a modified version of that. I believe I can do... Oh yeah, I could do this. Let's just fill that in like that. I don't know. This is a weird kind of situation here. I don't know if I want to keep that look of a half slab or a full slab, but I'm just going to take it out for now. I'm going to keep it half slab today, and we'll just put the lantern out on the edge here. How about, I got one centered right there. Let's just put them right here, here, and here. Yeah, how about that? And we'll just put another lantern here, here, and there. Oh, and that's all the lanterns I got, so that works out pretty well. But now we got to go and check out the actual exterior fully. So here we are. We have our third log cabin, and I love this one a lot. I got even the little shingle looking thing with the eaves on all the edges of these off-shooting roof pieces. We have one right here as well. What I wanted to go for with this one was just a bunch of different roofs, like things just jutting out and off to the side. And I love the look of this half A-frame, and then the shallower slopes going over here. This is kind of a naked face. I'm going to have to come back and work on that, but I have some ideas, maybe some plants and whatnot. But this is it. This is our completed build. Now we have 3 total cabins. And then in between these, I want to put some sort of like either park or water feature or something. Not sure yet, but we'll find out in the next episode, because that is it for this one. I hope everyone has enjoyed watching this. My name is Uni, and before I jog out here, I just want to say I will be doing more live streams in the future, because I kind of liked it. But this time, I am going to schedule it so everyone can see when I do actually go live, because my first live stream, I didn't know what I was doing. Anyways, thank you for watching this. This is Uni jogging it out, and I will see you next time.